as we go along, probably you can imagine the specific client that you are serving right now and the work that you've been doing with them, all right? The things that you've been doing with them. So let me just go and pull out my virtual whiteboard, and I'm going to be sharing a couple of things. And whether you are currently um, in a specific niche, serving a specific clientele, or whether right now you are just thinking about going into the coaching, let's take a step back into the very first time that we are just like brand new. I think that's always the best time to actually kind of like reset our thinking. Sometimes as we go into coaching, especially for the first 3 years to 5 years, or probably sometimes like the 7 to 10 years time range, we kind of think about too deeply, and we are very emotionally attached to the niche and the people that we're serving. So let's take like this time, this specific time right now that we're together, to kind of reset us back into the time, back to the time that we are just fresh, and there's like we are just new, and trying to get into the coaching world. What I always think about right now, even for myself consistently, is always that for example, let me just think let me put it in this way. Like, that is like the number one question. All right. What am I good at? That is a very common question that most people will ask ourselves, because obviously we're going to be coaching things that we are good at. But here is one thing that I would like to add it on. Like, what are we good at already? I think the keyword is like already. Um, I'm not too sure about some of I mean all of you. I remember myself when I was actually stepping into the coaching world. I felt a little bit non-confident. I felt a little bit like below par. I just keep on feeling that there is like so much knowledge out there I don't have. I'm just not confident about actually going out there to serve the people. I'm not too sure how many of you actually had that thinking. But here's the reality is that we all of us are already good at something, which makes us very unique. We all know about that logic about like it's not about like what are the things that we know, but it's really more about like what are the things that people don't know that we know. I think that's a really more critical thing. But with that aspect, I will always think about like the two things is that like what has been my biggest achievement, right, to date. Right, this is probably one of the things that we constantly got to like really think about. So here is some of the what it was, I wouldn't say a common mistake, but rather some like common pitfalls among like coaches, is that we kind of neglect the achievement that we have. Just take for example is that the concept that I have of coaching is always about like for example, we are here. Like for example, this is like me, right? Me, okay? And there is always like someone that is like that. This is like them. There's always someone that's a couple of steps behind us. So the thing that we are always like, we kind of like self-sabotage ourselves in the sense that we are always like obviously like looking forward, right? We are always looking forward. We are always looking to serve like bigger clients. We're always trying to serve more challenging clients. That is like just in our nature. But the way I look at coaching is really like we are right now wherever we are in our specialty, in our niche. These are the people like at the back. Like these are the people at the back that we are really trying to serve, because they haven't been to where we are right now, and they are trying to, and they're struggling to actually go to where we are right now. I'm not too sure. I hope that makes sense for everyone. And so the first thing that I always should be thinking about is that what are the things that I've achieved so far. Now let's take a little bit of example. Let's say in the world of like let's say physical fitness. All right. Obviously, if we want to actually look at this, I'm not too sure how many of you have actually enrolled into gym membership or have actually hired a personal trainer before. I haven't really done any of this myself personally from a client's point of view, but I do have students that are in my coaching program that are in the physical fitness space. So here is a really interesting thing to really think about, is that just imagine that if you are right now a physical fitness instructor, all right, and you work in a gym, all right, you work regular hours in the gym. So here is the very interesting thing is that there are going to be people who is going to come to you from all sorts of angle or all sorts of background. Some people who probably have never run a single mile before, all right, all right, for example, or someone probably have done some form of like exercise on their own, but they are trying to get onto the next level, perhaps like looking for their six packs, for example, right? So obviously these two person over here comes from very different background, but the key thing that we are really trying to really always identify is that no, this thing that we already have, right, is something that is always on our blind spot.